9 Things Man Should Not Do with Women. Stoicism, modern Stoic. In relationships, we often give our all, our time, our energy, our heart, believing that the love we invest will be reciprocated. But too often, our efforts are met with indifference or worse, manipulation. The ones we care for may promise loyalty, but the moment we need them, they seem to fade into the background, leaving us to pick up the pieces alone. So, how can we regain control of such situations? Today, we delve into 9 crucial aspects of interaction between men and women, drawing inspiration from the Stoic philosophy that has withstood the test of time. By avoiding these 9 actions, we can swiftly notice positive changes in our relationships, empowering ourselves in the process. So, if you're ready to transform your approach to relationships, sit back, focus, and let's embark on this empowering journey together. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our future insights. Now, let's dive in. Number 1, don't reshape your life to fit others. Think of your life as a complex puzzle, each piece representing a unique part of who you are. Now imagine trying to force pieces together that don't fit. It's frustrating, confusing, and ultimately, it leaves the puzzle incomplete. This is exactly what happens when you mold yourself to meet the expectations of others. Seneca wisely said, "Everywhere means nowhere." This simple yet profound statement reminds us that if we try to please everyone, we lose ourselves in the process. We scatter our efforts so thin, trying to accommodate all the demands, that we no longer know where we're heading. It's like walking in circles, feeling lost in the chaos of other people's desires for our life. Rather than blending in like a chameleon, it's time to break free from the mold. Stand tall, like a beacon of light in the dark. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs the true, authentic you. Embrace what makes you unique and stop pretending to be someone you're not just to fit in. There's no strength in blending in. Strength is in standing out, unapologetically. Life isn't about adhering to the mold others set for you. You are the author of your own story, and it's your purpose, your journey, and your vision that matter the most. So, instead of constantly trying to meet the expectations of others, focus on what aligns with your values, your passion, and your true calling. Live with intention. Live with authenticity. Paint your life's canvas with bold strokes that reflect who you truly are, not who others think you should be. If you agree that your life should reflect your true self, drop a comment below. I am who I am independent and unique, and share how you are embracing your uniqueness. Like this video, subscribe for more empowering wisdom, and remember, life is a story only you can write. Number 2, don't ruin your life by being too obsessed with someone. Never let your life become consumed by obsession with someone else. Don't allow your existence to revolve around another person like a satellite trapped in an endless orbit. When you give too much of your focus to someone else, you risk losing touch with your own dreams, your unique strengths, and what truly defines you. It's easy to fall into the trap of constantly adjusting your actions, your time, and even your identity to satisfy someone else's desires, while your own needs and aspirations take a back seat. Instead of pursuing your own growth, you find yourself becoming lost in the needs of others, neglecting the very things that bring fulfillment to your own life. This is not just unhealthy, it's unsustainable. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. These words serve as a powerful reminder that the true peace and strength we seek in life come not from being tethered to someone else's whims, but from within. When we focus inward, we rediscover our purpose, our passions, and our power. On the contrary, when we become too enmeshed in the world of another, we lose our sense of balance. Our identity gets overshadowed, and we lose sight of the things that matter most, our own values, our goals, and our personal journey. You must reclaim your independence and stop being a passive observer in someone else's life. You were not put on this earth to merely serve as a background character in another person's story. You are the protagonist of your own life. Your journey, your experiences, and your growth should be your priority. It's important to protect your sense of self and never let anyone's presence overshadow the uniqueness that makes you who you are. You are the lead actor in your own narrative, and no one else should be allowed to dim your light. As you navigate relationships, remember that mutual respect and shared growth are essential. However, never lose sight of your own aspirations. Maintain your independence and never become so immersed in someone else's world that you forget to build your own. Life is too short to be consumed by someone else's expectations. Stay true to yourself and keep moving toward your own dreams, even when others may pull you in different directions. You deserve to shine in your own story, not merely exist in the shadow of someone else's. Keep your light bright and let no one extinguish it. By doing so, not only will you become stronger as an individual, but you will also build healthier, more balanced relationships. It's through nurturing your own potential and growth that you can offer the best version of yourself to others. Number 3, don't let anything harm your mental health or happiness. Think of it like this. When you prioritize someone else's happiness over your own well-being, it's like giving away your flashlight in the dark, leaving yourself fumbling, lost, and directionless. The moment you allow others to dictate your emotional state, you're giving away the very power that could guide you through life's toughest challenges. You might think you're being selfless, but in reality, you're trading your inner peace for an illusion of approval, and that's a dangerous game. When you constantly put someone else's happiness first, you're not only neglecting yourself, you're sacrificing your mental health for the sake of someone else's emotional comfort. This self-sabotage can create a toxic cycle where your only focus becomes fulfilling others, while your own needs and desires are buried beneath layers of doubt and self-doubt. It's like being a supporting character in your own life story, a mere extra in a movie you should be starring in. Ask yourself, who's holding the pen in your life? If it's not you, it's time to take back the narrative. It's crucial, especially as a man guided by Stoic principles, to understand that your mental health and happiness are non-negotiable. These are your invaluable assets that should never be handed over to anyone or anything. The Stoics understood that true happiness comes from within, and that external circumstances, especially the actions or expectations of others, should not dictate how you feel. If you want to protect your peace, your joy, and your purpose, you must build a fortress around your inner world, one that cannot be breached by the whims of others. Remember, your mind belongs to you alone, and you and only you have the power to shape your own destiny. Don't allow anyone to control your emotional state or disrupt your peace. Strengthen your resilience. Own your happiness. Your mental well-being is the foundation upon which everything else stands. When you stop compromising it, you'll discover an unshakable strength that will carry you through any challenge life throws at you. So let me ask you this. How much is your peace worth? Because it's time to stop trading it for temporary validation. Stop letting others decide your emotional value. Stand firm in your own truth. Protect your inner balance and refuse to let anyone, man or woman, disrupt your peace. Your journey, your happiness, and your mental health are sacred, and it's about time you started treating them as such. If you believe this resonates with you, drop a comment right now. I control my own happiness. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remember, your mental health is your responsibility. Protect it with the force of a Stoic warrior. Number 4, don't push friends or family away for someone else. When you're deeply involved with someone, it can be tempting to distance yourself from friends and family. But this is a path you should avoid. Think of it like cutting off the very branches of a tree that are supporting you. Your loved ones, friends and family are the branches that have always been there, offering stability and support. If you begin to push them away, you're not just losing relationships, you're weakening the very foundation that has been there for you all along. Plato wisely said, "People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die." This quote emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with people who help you grow and avoid those who drain your energy. When you isolate yourself from your support system in favor of someone else's approval, you're setting yourself up for loneliness and emotional vulnerability. Never forget that your friends and family form an irreplaceable network, the bedrock that can provide unwavering strength when life gets tough. They've been by your side through thick and thin, and that kind of loyalty and love is invaluable. When you neglect these connections for the sake of someone else, you risk losing an essential part of yourself. So, take the time to nurture those meaningful relationships and ensure that you don't sacrifice your support system in pursuit of temporary validation. Realize that the people who have stood by you through thick and thin are the ones who will be there for you in the end. Keep those roots strong, and they'll continue to nourish you through every season of life. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found yourself pushing loved ones away for the sake of a relationship? Comment yes if you have. Comment no if you have never been lost like that. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom that helps you navigate life with clarity and strength. Number 5, don't invest too much time in them. Time is your most valuable asset. Don't allow it to be swallowed up by someone else's endless demands. Imagine throwing your greatest treasure into a bottomless well. Each moment you spend excessively catering to their needs is a moment lost forever, never to be reclaimed. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." This quote cuts deep because it reminds us of how easily we can squander our most precious resource, time. In relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of overinvesting your time in someone who may not even recognize its worth. When you give away your time without balance, you risk losing the vibrancy and energy that should be directed toward your own growth. It's not about being selfish, it's about preserving your vitality and making sure that every moment serves a purpose. Consider this. Every second you spend mindlessly pouring into someone else's life, you're simultaneously withdrawing from your own. The longer you continue this pattern, the more distant you become from the things that truly matter to you, your passions, your dreams, and your personal evolution. Reclaiming your time isn't just a matter of setting boundaries, it's an act of self-respect. Think about the ancient Stoics. They understood the power of time and how crucial it was to make each moment meaningful. By mindfully choosing where you invest your time, you're taking charge of your destiny, making sure that you're living for what aligns with your true purpose, not someone else's agenda. Remember, you control your time. It's yours to shape and mold as you see fit. Take a moment today to reflect on how you're spending your time. Are you dedicating it to things that empower you, or are you pouring it into an empty well? It's time to step back, regain your focus, and ensure that your time is allocated to activities and people who enrich your life, not drain it. Number 6, don't reveal everything about your past, especially the tough times. Men, listen closely, because this is crucial. Never reveal everything about your past, especially the tough times. Imagine your life as a treasure chest, filled with memories and lessons learned the hard way. Now, Would you hand over that chest to just anyone to be opened and judged? Of course not. Your past, especially the challenges you've faced, is deeply personal. It's your story, your unique journey that has shaped you into the man you are today. Revealing everything about your struggles and hardships isn't just about sharing history. It's about inviting vulnerability. You're not just recounting the past. You're handing over the very essence of your resilience and the wisdom you've gained from overcoming those hardships. Don't make the mistake of treating your life story like a casual tale to be told over a drink. Your past hardships are your fuel, your strength, and they're not for the entertainment of others. It's essential to remember that discussing the most painful parts of your journey exposes you to judgment and manipulation. The more you reveal, the more you risk your peace of mind, because you're handing someone else the power to judge, potentially to exploit your vulnerabilities. The core of your narrative should remain yours, held close and protected. Only share what is necessary for growth or trust, but never give away the very parts that make you whole. Your story is a part of your inner armor, a part that should be guarded against those who might not truly understand or appreciate it. This is a strategy, not just a cautionary tale. By protecting your story, you protect your inner strength. When you choose to be selective about what you share, you maintain control over your emotional landscape and safeguard yourself against unnecessary risks. Think about it. The more you reveal, the more you risk making yourself vulnerable to harm, especially from those who do not truly have your best interests at heart. It's not about playing games or being deceitful. It's about exercising wisdom and self-preservation. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Be not careless in deeds, nor confused in words, nor rambling in thought." Your past is your foundation, and it is not to be carelessly shared with those who cannot appreciate the weight it carries. If you're ever in doubt about what to share, ask yourself this question: does this person truly deserve to know this about me? Not everyone has earned the right to hear the intimate details of your life. Only those who have proven themselves as trustworthy, understanding, and capable of handling your truth deserve access to those deeper parts of your journey. Now let's turn this into action. Start protecting your past like the valuable asset it is. Guard your narrative. Keep your secrets close to your chest. And remember, you're not obligated to share everything. Share when it's necessary for connection or growth, but never because someone expects it. You're in control of your narrative, and it's time you act like it. If you believe this is the right approach, let me know in the comments with the statement, "My past is my power. I control my narrative." Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom that helps you keep control of your life and your future. Remember, wisdom is not just about what you know, but about what you choose to reveal. Number 7, don't agree simply to satisfy them. When you constantly agree to things just to please others, you are sacrificing your own happiness. Think of it as trading in your passions and hobbies, those things that light up your soul, for activities that hold no real interest for you. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." It's a powerful reminder that the way we think, the decisions we make, shape the lives we lead. When you find yourself acting against your true desires, doing things because you feel obligated, it's not surprising that a sense of frustration builds up. It's like you're walking down a path that doesn't feel right, a path that isn't yours. But here's the good news. You don't have to live this way. You don't have to be trapped in the cycle of people-pleasing. Break free from the shackles of always saying yes to avoid discomfort. Instead, embrace the powerful and liberating no. Saying no doesn't make you a villain. It makes you a person who values their time, their peace of mind, and their self-worth. It's not about being selfish. It's about respecting your own needs, understanding your limits, and setting boundaries that protect your happiness. The truth is, life is not a stage where you perform for the applause of others. It's your journey, your story to tell. Staying authentic to yourself, even when it feels difficult or when others don't understand, is the ultimate act of self-respect. Don't let anyone else dictate the terms of your happiness. If something doesn't resonate with your soul, have the courage to walk away. In doing so, you're not only protecting your peace, but also asserting your power as the protagonist of your life. As the Stoics teach us, the world will throw many distractions our way, tempting us to bend to the will of others. But true strength lies in remaining unshaken, grounded in our own values and principles. So reclaim your time, reclaim your peace, and remember, you are the hero of your story. Number 8, don't be controlled by the fear of solitude. The fear of being alone can be a powerful force, driving decisions that we may later regret. Imagine walking through a pitch-black tunnel, with no light to guide your way, blindly choosing paths you can't see. That's what it feels like when we let fear, especially the fear of solitude, dictate our actions. In moments of loneliness, it might seem easier to settle, to choose the company of anyone rather than face the discomfort of solitude. But when you allow fear to control your decisions, you end up in situations you never intended to be in. You might find yourself in relationships that drain you or make choices that don't align with your true self, all because you were desperate to escape loneliness. The truth is, solitude is not the same as loneliness. As Aristotle wisely said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Solitude provides you with a unique opportunity to truly get to know who you are without external distractions. It's in these quiet moments that you can hear your own thoughts clearly and discover the passions, strengths, and desires that are often overshadowed by the noise of the world. Embrace this time. Take it as a gift, a chance to connect with the most important person in your life, yourself. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you build a solid foundation for any relationship. The key is not to view solitude as a void to fill, but as a space for growth and self-reflection. In today's world, where constant distractions are everywhere, we often forget the power of being alone. But when you value your own presence and become comfortable in your own skin, you develop an inner strength. This self-assurance makes you less likely to settle for relationships or decisions out of fear of being alone. Instead, you choose relationships because they enhance your life, because they add value, not because they serve as a temporary escape. So, resist the temptation to make choices that are fueled by the fear of solitude. Instead, use that time to build a deeper connection with yourself. Be courageous in the face of silence, knowing that the peace you find within is the foundation for everything else. Let it guide you toward a future where you are not driven by fear, but empowered by the clarity and strength that comes from self-awareness. It's only by embracing solitude that we can truly make wise, intentional choices in our relationships and in life. Number 9, don't forget to celebrate even small wins. In the whirlwind of modern life, it's all too easy to forget to celebrate even the smallest of victories. You wake up, face the demands of the day, and try to meet the expectations of others. Whether it's work, relationships, or personal goals, we often get lost in the hustle of trying to please everyone else and meet external standards. The result? We overlook our own progress, our own growth, and the small wins that truly matter in the long run. But here's the truth you need to hear. Every step forward, no matter how small it seems, deserves recognition. Every victory, every effort is a building block towards something greater. You might not feel it now, But those little steps are what keep you moving forward in the right direction. Imagine this. You're on a journey, and every time you take a step, whether it's a stride or a shuffle, you're moving closer to your destination. And those little milestones along the way, they're signposts, reminders of how far you've come. They reflect your resilience, your determination, and your unwavering will to keep going. As Epictetus wisely said, never depend on the admiration of others. This profound wisdom isn't just about being self-reliant. It's about recognizing your own achievements without needing anyone else to validate them. You've done the work, you've put in the hours, and you've pushed past countless obstacles. That's worth celebrating, whether or not anyone else notices. Now let's stop and truly reflect on how far you've come. The late nights you spent thinking, the moments of doubt you conquered, the sacrifices you made, they all deserve to be acknowledged. And yes, even the times when you stumbled and thought about giving up. Those too are victories in their own right. Every success, no matter how big or small, is a testament to your strength and resilience. It shows your commitment to moving forward, regardless of the challenges you face. You've earned the right to celebrate. And let's be honest here, life isn't just about reaching the end goal. It's about how we navigate the journey itself. The road is full of twists and turns, and each of those moments, whether they feel like a win or a setback, shapes you into the person you're meant to be. So, why not toast to the journey? Celebrate the wins, the small victories, and the moments of progress. Relish them because they're proof of your ability to keep going, even when the path ahead looks uncertain. Every single victory, no matter how seemingly insignificant, matters. You matter. You deserve to acknowledge your progress, and you deserve to celebrate it. And here's the thing, celebrating those small wins isn't just a way to pat yourself on the back. It's a way to fuel your own fire. By recognizing and celebrating your efforts, you're building the emotional strength to take on even bigger challenges. It's the small victories that build the momentum, that create the confidence needed to tackle the more significant obstacles. You start to see yourself as someone capable of achieving great things, not just a person struggling to survive the next day. So stop waiting for others to tell you how great you are. Tell yourself, you've done the work, you've pushed forward, and you've earned the right to be proud of the progress you've made. Now, I want you to take action. If you've ever been guilty of overlooking your own progress or failing to celebrate the small wins in your life, I challenge you to change that right now. Drop a comment below saying, I celebrate every step I take forward. Like this video if you believe in the power of recognizing your own achievements. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that they too should be celebrating their victories. Life is too short to wait for someone else's approval. Celebrate yourself today. You've earned it. Bonus tip 1. Never lose your identity in the process. Never under any circumstance abandon your identity to win the favor of a woman. That is not strength, that is surrender. In a world that relentlessly tries to shape you, to mold you into what others want you to be, the true Stoic man remains immovable like a mountain, unshaken by external pressures. We live in an era where men are taught to bend, to adapt, to please just to be chosen, but that is not the way of a strong, wise man. The Stoic way is one of uncompromising strength, rooted in the values that define you, not the approval or acceptance of others. The moment you begin altering yourself to fit someone else's expectations is the moment you lose your authenticity. What you're creating in that space isn't love. It's theater. And what happens in the theater? People wear masks, pretending to be something they're not. Eventually, those masks fall off, and what's left? Nothing but a hollow shell. Do not be that man who fades into the background, trying to be someone he is not. The strength of a Stoic man comes from his ability to stand firm in his identity, unwavering and unapologetic. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This is your directive. Own your standards, speak your truth, guard your boundaries as fiercely as a lion guards his territory. When you stay true to yourself, you don't need anyone's approval. You command respect simply by being authentic. Yes, some women may find your clarity intimidating, and some will walk away. But that is not a loss, it's a blessing in disguise. Because the right woman is not looking for a puppet who will mold himself to her every whim. No, she's looking for a pillar of strength, someone who stands tall in his own power, someone who has the courage to be exactly who he is without apology. Remember this: a man who stands in his truth never begs to be seen. He becomes impossible to ignore. He doesn't need to seek validation from anyone because his value is already clear, unwavering, and undeniable. So, be that man. Stand in your truth and own your power. Never apologize for being who you are. If you're ready to reclaim your power and never lose yourself again, then comment below. I lead with strength, not approval. And remember, your journey doesn't stop here. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and share it with a man who needs to wake up and realize his own strength. You have the power to shape your destiny, and it all starts with embracing who you truly are. 2. Don't be afraid to walk away when it's right for you. Sometimes we become so deeply invested in relationships that we lose sight of our own worth and the path that is meant for us. The thought of walking away can feel overwhelming. Fear creeps in, whispering that we might miss out on something valuable, or worse, that we might regret leaving. This fear keeps us tethered to situations that no longer serve us, situations that drain our energy and suppress our potential. But this is where the wisdom of the Stoics holds its ground. Peace of mind, personal growth, and living in alignment with our core values should never be sacrificed for the sake of holding on to something that no longer nourishes us. The Stoic principle of resilience teaches us that we must preserve our well-being at all costs, even when the cost is a relationship that has outlived its purpose. As the great Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This profound statement reminds us that the way we think shapes the life we live. If we allow ourselves to remain in relationships that compromise our mental peace, undermine our integrity, or block our personal progress, we are essentially choosing unhappiness. Walking away is not an act of failure. Rather, it is an act of profound self-respect. It is the recognition that our peace and mental clarity are more valuable than the comfort of familiarity. Sometimes, the best decision we can make is to leave what is no longer contributing to our growth and begin anew. There is power in knowing when to say, "Enough is enough." It's a mark of wisdom and self-love to understand that we are worthy of relationships that elevate us, not ones that drag us down. This does not mean abandoning love or giving up on people. It means choosing to protect your own peace and focusing on what truly matters: your values, your happiness, and your future. Walking away from what no longer serves you doesn't mean you are quitting. It means you are making room for better things, better people, better opportunities, and better alignment with your purpose. It's about reclaiming your energy and your life, asserting your worth, and stepping confidently toward the future that awaits you. We must remind ourselves that it is far better to be alone than to remain in a situation that stifles our potential and dims our light. Loneliness, in this context, becomes a space for self-discovery, personal growth, and the freedom to pursue what truly aligns with who we are becoming. The fear of solitude may seem daunting, but in reality, it is a fertile ground for reinvention and rejuvenation. Embrace it as an opportunity to build the life you truly deserve, a life that reflects your highest aspirations and deepest values. The fear of missing out, the fear of regret, and the fear of being alone, these are the things that keep us stuck in situations that no longer serve us. But when we break free of these fears, we make space for new, fulfilling experiences that are in harmony with who we are at our core. As we walk away, we are not running from something. We are stepping into something better. The strength lies not in staying in something that diminishes us, but in recognizing when to leave it behind with grace and courage. Trust yourself enough to know that by walking away from what no longer fits, you are creating space for what will. The journey is not easy, but it is one worth taking. With every step you take away from a relationship that no longer serves your higher self, you step closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Remember, self-respect, peace, and personal growth are your true priorities, and they are worth any temporary discomfort that comes with letting go. When you do, you make room for the richness of life, full of possibilities, new connections, and a future that is yours to shape. So trust in your ability to know when it's time to let go and walk toward the life that calls you forward. Thank you for joining me today as we delved into the powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy and the 9 things a man should avoid when navigating relationships with women. As we come to the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible power of your choices and the deep wisdom that lies within you. Remember, life is a series of decisions, and you are the one who holds the power to shape your story. The choices you make reflect who you are at your core, and it's crucial that those choices are rooted in your true self, not in the expectations or demands of others. As you move forward, focus on cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, fairness, and self-restraint. These timeless qualities are far more important than conforming to societal pressures. When you nurture these, you are building a foundation for a life that is fulfilling, authentic, and true to your deepest values. The Stoics teach us that the essence of freedom lies within us, our ability to control our thoughts, our actions, and our responses to the world around us. In moments when you feel pressured to conform, to give away your time, or to bend to someone else's will, take a step back and remind yourself, you have the power to choose. You don't need to follow someone else's script for your life. Instead, carve out your own path, one that is firmly rooted in your principles and in the person you are becoming. This journey is yours to navigate. The Stoics believed that by understanding our inner strength and our capacity for self-discipline, we can overcome external chaos and find peace within ourselves. So, when life presents challenges, when others push you to fit into boxes that don't align with who you are, stand firm. You don't have to compromise your integrity or your well-being to please others. You have the right to honor your truth and walk a path that reflects your unique essence. Now is the time for change. If you recognize the need to leave behind old habits and behaviors that no longer serve you, I encourage you to make that commitment today. Take control of your destiny and embrace the power that comes from making decisions that truly align with your values. Strive to become the best version of yourself, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. If this message has resonated with you, I invite you to support this journey by tapping the like button, subscribing to join our growing community, and sharing your thoughts in the comments section. Let's continue to nurture this conversation together and build a community that is dedicated to personal growth, self-reflection, and resilience. Thank you for being a part of this journey today. Your presence here is a testament to your commitment to growth and transformation. Until we meet again, stay present, stay resilient, and always embrace the Stoic mindset. Let's continue to walk this path of wisdom and self-mastery together.